As always, we look back and it's a happy one, of course, this time 10-1 victory at Aberystwyth Town.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a win and a positive performance as well. Really excellent, overall from the players. Different sort of challenge for us. Obviously, again, man for man from Aberystwyth. Sometimes we have that through the season, and I thought we adapted and dealt with the threat very well. Went 1-0 up, and like I've previously said, they could have had 2 or 3 goals, but for some excellent saves and some good defending from us on the day.
And we often talk about the squad, not just the starting 11, and there were several changes, and it's true to say that they all performed excellently.
Yeah, that's right. Bringing players into the side and giving players a rest is all about making the correct decisions on the day, and certain teams play a different way, and we have to have a look at the squad and see what players will benefit us on the day. And thankfully on that occasion it worked well. I think having Billy coming into the side fresh and Sis on the left hand side with lots of pace, it worked really well in the fact that the pitch opened up so many times for us, and we had players running in 1v1 situations, defenders who were comfortable on the ball stepping in and playing the right choice of pass, and I think it worked really well.
We also see flexibility as well with the players. For example, Ryan Harrington is comfortable at the centre of the defence, also in a full-back position. When you look to sign players, Scott, are those factors that you would identify in potential signings, variety?
Yeah, certainly. With Ryan, he gives us flexibility. He can not only play centre-half, but has played a season on loan at left-back. We knew that he can play at full-back and central defence, but also as a holding midfielder player. So if you look at all those aspects to his game, his qualities that he's got, reads the game well, passes well, very good 1v1 defender. These are things you look at, and at 20 years of age, he's also one for the future, not just for the present.
And as we look to our opponent on Saturday, Pen-y-Bont, they lost their 2 opening games, but then they earned a very creditable draw at Newtown. So they are showing the league that they're not just here to make up the numbers.
No, that's right. They first game they had Barry at home, and I watched that game and I thought they were unfortunate, really. Fantastic strike from Hoods, but they got them over the line, and some of their play was very strong, possession-based team, got pace in wide areas. They're a team that gel together and have been together for a while now, which is always a positive when you're looking for teams that come up, usually do well. So I think from my perspective, you've got a fantastic coach in Rhys Griffiths, an excellent player that was here in the Welsh Premier, Golden Boot on many occasions. A really good player that at one time we tried to sign as well. I remember being in an assistant role and looking to sign Rhys Griffiths, and unfortunately he chose another option and we went another direction. But obviously got on well with him through our time playing the Welsh Premier, and he's on the pro licence course, and a very good coach, and looking forward to coming up against him.
And Pen-y-Bont, of course, a new team to the league. How have you been able to prepare for the game in the context of watching them, understanding how they play and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, I knew a little bit about their key players from last season. They've got some fine individuals, and obviously this season watching their games, just been watching the last game against Newtown, clips and whatever. I saw the highlights the other night, and obviously on Twitter follow the previous team's results and whatever. So yeah, I know about their dangers, don't know how they're going to set up, but a lot of teams do change their style and their setup against us here. But one thing's for sure, there won't be overawing coming here. They're, like I've said, a positive side, and I'm sure they'll give it a real good go against us.
And we've already referred to the TNS squad. How has your managerial selection headache been this week?
Yeah, fine. Just because we win 10-1 doesn't mean that we'll keep the same side. I've done it before where we've had a 7-0 win against Bala, and next game I've changed the team about because for that team it's the players we needed. It's not sentimental. It's a long season. Players need to know that when they need to rest and when they need to recover and when they need to play. And obviously I stand by my decision, and if I'm wrong sometimes then I'm wrong, but obviously the record shows that a 10-1 win in that occasion I've not been too far away.
And on that basis, Scott, how do you as a manager manage the individual players that perhaps aren't getting the time on the pitch that they would want?
It's just to be honest and forthright as you can. Respect them as players and as people, just you don't ignore them, you talk to them, tell them why. Like I've alluded to there, we had a game plan going into ABBA that we knew they were going to go man for man or likely to, and if you look at how the game panned out, we went with 2 out-and-out wingers. We could have played with wide players like to play inside, but it wouldn't have that directness of play that we wanted, and that's it. I don't just get the balls out, throw the numbers up and pick the team on a whim. It's thought about previously. Like I said, on the Saturday, travelled to Scotland, watched Stenhouse-Muir, thought about the team that was going to play at Aberystwyth, and had a lot of time to think on my own. Go through it with the staff. They give me their thoughts, and we get our heads together. It's a team effort when we win or lose. It's not about me. It's about the staff behind us and about the players. And a lot of the time, it's about looking at the players in training. And we're fortunate enough to see them every day or majority of the week. And sometimes certain players need a rest, and sometimes they need to be sent out there and get on with the task in hand. But I think going back to your question, if you treat people with respect and you treat them properly, then they can understand that it's a difficult decision choosing that team.
And finally, what's the injury situation like ahead of the Pen-y-Bont game?
Everyone fit and able. Kane's come back to training, apart from Jamie Mullen, who will probably need another week.